This is Joe's Corner 76. I'll be commenting on the human condition. In order to change it, we have to be engaged. The silent majority, who are they? I look at the number of people who haven't voted and I wonder, are they feeling so disenfranchised that they think nothing will change? So what's the point? I can't think that these people have no thoughts or opinions, but rather they don't seem to have an outlet that echoes their concerns. I look at the people who did vote. The media seems to assume and push the point that all of these voters accepted the woke identity, the cancel culture, and that if you are part of a certain group, you're inherently racist, and that we all automatically buy into the notion that alternate lifestyles and forced gender identification on the majority are the new reality for everyone. They espouse if you're not with us, you're against us, and you are racist, sexist, and misogynistic. Do all of you buy the idea that this is so? I don't. I honestly believe that the Canada that I know and love is still there. And I have to believe that the majority of Canadians have a different viewpoint from the cultural elites. The first myth that I want to dispel is that these elites who want to radically change our country, our society, and the way we are governed did not build the Canada we have. It's the average Canadian who works in factories, mines, forestry, drive the trains, trucks, plane, works in plants, construction offices, and schools who built this country. They're still doing it. The vast majority of these people want work, not government handouts. They want a government that encourages individual enterprise, private investment in new industries, and regulations that cut the red tape that inhibit these. Too many startups have gone elsewhere because the government makes it impossible to keep up with the constant new regulations, and we've lost new industries. These people want jobs, not handouts. They believe that individual enterprise is what brings economic progress to the country. They know capitalism is the way to provide a sound economy and fund our government, not state socialism. They know the government does not make money, but rather it takes money. All these people want is a government that realizes it's our money, not theirs, and it respects this and will handle it carefully and use it prudently. Self reliance is regarded as a virtue to them versus the idea of statism, where mother government knows what's best and wants to regulate every aspect of our lives. They believe in the right of the individual versus the collective state approach to everything. They don't want the state raising their children and instilling values that aren't their values. They want to teach the children their idea of morality and religion and the values that they learned that made Canada the tolerant country is and expose them to the good and the bad of how we got here. They don't believe in rewriting history to suit the opinions of a minority. They resent being told that this is a totally racist society and that certain groups are inherently racist. This is blatantly untrue. They readily acknowledge that we've had problems like how our indigenous people were treated and how some groups, like the Chinese, suffered at the hands of the government. The key difference between us and many other jurisdictions is that Canadians are willing to work on the problem and change. Many of us are tired of the woke culture, the cancel culture, the leftist news slant by the CBC, and the ultra liberal press like the Star. We expect balanced reporting based on both sides of an issue and balanced reporting on all political parties and ideas, not biased, opinionated, in some cases so twisted it does not represent the truth. Canadians worldwide are known for their respect for the opinions of others, the willingness to accommodate other cultures, and to abide by the rule of law. What we don't want or support is someone telling us what we must call certain people because they say, if we don't, we're racist, homophobic, misogynistic. We're not. We will gladly call you what you wish to be called because you ask us on an individual basis, because we respect your individual rights. A lot of us were taught to believe in family, God, and country. Many of us still do. We believe the family is the cornerstone of society, and it is a unit that provides a stronger base for individual growth, personal and economic security. This deserves the same respect as the other societal agendas that are being pushed. For many, religion is a comfort and a moral basis in an uncertain world. We don't believe the government can decide that because it doesn't approve of one aspect of a doctrine that this religious group should be denied government grants when it has nothing to do with the grants. We all came from somewhere in the world as immigrants with the hope of a better life for ourselves and our children. We pledged our allegiance to Canada. We integrated into the Canadian mosaic, while still honoring our heritage. We believed in one country and fought through wars and depressions that forged our character as a people. We believe all people of goodwill who come here will join us in this and keep our country strong. And this is how we will remain strong through adversity. We need unity, not a nation of tribes. We support a nation state to protect us, not a surrender of our sovereignty to a global government. We believe that the victims of crimes deserve as much, and if not more, under the law than criminals. Laws need to be made to protect the average individual, not to usurp their rights. We want the government to stop targeting law abiding citizens who handle firearms legally and own up that it's the gangbangers and illegal firearms that are smuggled into the country that are responsible for the record homicide rates. Stop the guns at the border, increase the sentences for the use of guns in a crime, and repeal the easier laws that made it easier on gun offenses. We would like to stop illegal immigration now. The people who applied legally to come here are the ones who need consideration. If there are genuine refugees to come in, vet them and bring them over, especially those who aided our troops in combat. We want a government that is gained respected around the world because we keep our word, keep faith with our allies, and support our mutual security. We want it to speak out against dictatorship, human rights violation, and stop participating in world agencies that don't support our ideals. We believe that our government should foster national unity, not kowtow to any provincial government over another. Our natural resources are a treasure that needs to be harnessed for our economic good and to fund our national government and social programs and to reduce our national debt. This means developing a plan for national energy security, setting up the means to get our products to world markets, and developing rational emission-free energy sources like hydro and nuclear energy. I believe our only salvation as a country is if the silent majority speaks up. Will you? You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Joe's Corner 76. You can hear me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Stitcher, and YouTube at Joe's Corner 76.